Good morning, students. Today we can study the essential components of the map. Already we started the geography second chapter, globes and maps, and there we studied about the globes, maps, and the type of maps and all we studied in the previous class. And today we can see the essential components of the map. The essential components of the map, it includes the directions, distance, signs and symbols are the essential components of the map. The first one is the directions, and when we are looking the directions, a map without direction there is no value. So all the map it is having the directions, and when we are seeing the top of the map it is the north and down it is the south, and the right side it is the east, and the left side it is the west. These 4 points are known as the cardinal points. 4 points are known as the cardinal points. So these 4 points it is known as the cardinal points, and when we come to know about the cardinal points, it is very easy to know the intermediate directions. See here the intermediate directions are between the north and east it is the northeast, between the south and east it is the southeast, and between the south and west it is known the southwest, and between the north and west it is the northwest. These are the intermediate directions. And we can see next one it is the distance. What is the distance? The distance it is a space between two places, it is known as the distance. You see here, maybe your house is here and the market is here, and the space it is taking from your house to the market, what the space it is having, this is called the distance. And the distance can be very short or the distance can be long. The distance can be short and the distance can be long. Normally we say the your house may be near, the market is near to your house. It is the near to your house, the market, it is the short distance, and the school is from your house, the school is very far, so it is the long distance. Normally the distance is related to time taken to reach the place. What the time we are taking to reach that place, it is the distance. It is the, we can see it is the distance. And sometimes the time does not give an correct idea about the distance between the two places. Sometimes the time it is not giving the correct idea, so we are using or we are measuring the place distance. So we can see the long distance are measured in the kilometers and the short distance are measured in the centimeters. These are the so we are making the we are measuring the places not according to the time, according to the measurement. And we can see the map distance and the ground distance. What we are measuring in the map, it is known as the map distance, and what we are measuring the ground, it is known as the ground distance. And when we are measuring the distance, it is we will measure the scale, and next we can see about what is the scale and all. Scales. Ratio between the map distance and the ground distance is called the scale of the map. What is the scale of the map? Ratio between the map distance and the ground distance, it is called the scale of the map. You can see here many ways are there, it is representing scale on a map. First one, by a statement, by representative fraction, by linear scale. These are the ways it is representing scale on a map. First we can see by a statement. In this method, a ratio or a scale stated as words such as 1 centimeter to 1 kilometer, 1 centimeter to 1 kilometer, and a distance of 1 centimeter on the map, it corresponds to a distance of 1 kilometer on the ground. You can see, for example, 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 1 kilometer on the ground. 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 1 kilometer on the ground. You can say by second one by representative fraction. This is abbreviated as RF. And the ratio is given in the form of a fraction whose numerator is always 1, like 1 up to 1 lakh. And the 1 represent the map distance, and the 1 lakh it is a ground distance, same as the units measurement. The 1 represented the map distance and the 1 lakh represent the ground distance, same as the unit measurements. And you can see the next one by linear scale. The map distance is shown with the help of a straight line of a convenient length, generally drawn with the title of the map. This linear scale, it is a map distance is shown with the straight line. The linear scale, a map distance is shown with the help of a straight line of a convenient length, generally drawn with the title of the map. You can see here. We will use in this method. The map distance is shown with the help of a straight line and the convenient length, and generally it is drawn with the title of the map, and it is divided and subdivided into many parts, and it is very easily we can measure the scale on the map. Then already we told the scales, it is a ratio between the map distance and the ground distance, and by a statement 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. For example, your house here and the market is here. Maybe it is having the distance of 10 kilometer, the ground distance. The house and the market is having 10 kilometer on the ground distance. Then how many centimeter it will come the map distance? The 10 centimeter it will come to map distance, because already we studied that 1 centimeter is equal to 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 1 kilometer on the ground. So here from your house to market it is a 10 kilometer, then 10 kilometer on the ground distance, then the map distance it will come 10 centimeter. So today we studied the scales, what is scales and the representatives scale on a map, so by a statement, by a representative fraction, and by a linear scale. And next we can study the signs and symbols. Signs and symbols. There is not enough space on a map to show the actual size and symbols, the shapes of the features like roads, trees, grass, and the river. This all actual size or shape we cannot show on the map. There is no space. So we are using some symbols or some signs we are using, and without this there is no, it is having the less information on the map. So we have to use these signs and symbols on the map, and at all we cannot use these signs and symbols as a actual size and the symbols. We cannot use the same as it is the size and all we cannot use on the map. So we are using some signs and symbols. It is all internationally accepted. That is called the conventional symbol. Then what is the conventional symbols? The common signs and symbols used are internationally accepted and are called the conventional symbols. The common signs and symbols what we are using on the map, the common signs and symbols, like river we are using this, and for grass this sign, and the trees this, and road we are using these signs. And the common signs and symbols used are internationally accepted. It is called the conventional symbols. And you can see sketch. A sketch is a map with outlines drawn without a scale and also without signs and symbols are called the sketch. What is sketch? A sketch is a map. It is with outlines and it is drawn without scale and also without signs and symbols. When we are drawing the sketch, there is no any measurement or any scale and there is no any signs and symbols. For example, it is with the outline. You are in the school, a new students came to your school and he doesn't know that the bookshop of near to the school, and you have to show the way to him. And how you can show the sketch? You can show this one. This is the school, and from here, from right side is going the road, and here is one shop. And from here, when we are going, there are some trees are there. And again, when we are turning this side, maybe one post office. And near to the post office, there is a bookshop. If you are saying to him, he can understand. And when we are showing this sketch, there is no any measurement or there is no any signs or symbols. Just we are showing for a rough map, that is called the sketch. But we are drawing in a rough map, a sketch with a map with outlines drawn without scale. We did not use the scale there, and without signs and symbols. There is no signs and symbols, and it is called the sketch. And you can see a plan, a map of a small area which shows in even minor details is called the plan. A small area, we are using all the minor details. If you are taking a house and we are showing all the minor details there. There are 3 rooms in the house, and there is a door and 2 windows, and there are 1 table. And this all what we are showing, the minor details, that is called the plan. With a map of a small area which shows even a minor details is called the plan. And you can see the features of the earth on a map and the sketch or a plan. First one, a map can show a large area but without details. The map we can show the large area like our country and the world map. This all map we can show, and the map can show a large area but without details. There we cannot show any details. And second one, a plan can show a small area but in great details. The plan, there is a small area we are showing and there will be many details. And a sketch can be drawn quickly to give a rough idea. The sketch we are drawing only to give the rough idea. It is not shown or it is not drawn according to scale or all. The sketch it is giving, it is drawn quickly to give a rough idea. That is the sketch. These are the sketch, plan and the signs and symbols.